trying to do, know where to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Sri Gurave. Whatever may be the topic, we have to ultimately come back to ourselves, Maikwala. So what are the topics that are dealt with in our life? The topics are, what is this world? Then the topics are, what is the meaning of spiritual practice? The topics are, who is the soul, the jiva? Then, who is God? Where is He? How He looks like? Ultimately, what is the last word? So all these topics, they are ultimately aimed at to bring our attention to ourselves. If this is not happening, then we are going the wrong way. And therefore, when we take Urdhva Moola Madashakam, there also Yastam Veda Savedavid. He who knows the moral of the story, what for this creation is described? Is it described to prove that there is a creation? No. There are half a dozen theories of creation in our scriptures. So which is right? The right is, you are at the source of every problem. So, we have to come back to our own self. And that is what matters in life. So, we have seen how the inquiry about the world is aimed at Asanga Shastrena Dridena Chitva. Then, what is the spiritual practice? Gachanti Amudaha Tat Avyam Padam. We come back to our divine nature. Then, what is the divine nature? Na tad bhasayati suryaha na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramamama. So, discard your faculties with which you function in this world. The sense organs, organs of action, mind, intellect. And what cannot be rejected, that you are. Aheyam anupadeyam. Therefore, you need not get it. You are that. Then we have taken the topic of jiva. Who is the jiva? So, Pashyanti amudhaha. Those who are wise, they only understand. See? Vimudha nanu pashyanti, pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Those who are dull-witted, they will never understand what is this topic of soul or the jiva. See? In all religions, they do refer to jiva. If you do good, you will go to heaven. If you do bad, you will go to hell. But the body is left here only. Either it is buried. See? One child asked his father, in this graveyard, some people have built so much on that grave, like a big building, huge stone is kept. Why they do like this thing? So the father said, when the last day will come, if it comes. So those on whom the huge stone is kept, they will be struggling and I will reach there early. See? So ultimately, after the body is dropped, we continue to be. This is the meaning. See? Then comes the topic of God. So, where is God? What is God? How is God? Where is God? So, these topics are taken into consideration. The 12th mantra, Yada Nityagatam Tejaha Jagadbhasayate Khilam Yachandramasi Yachagno Tattejo Vidhi Mamakam Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyahamojasam Pushnami Chaushadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha Pranapanasama Pachamyannam Chaturvidham Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishtaha Mattasmritirjnanamapohanancha Vedaischa Sarvairahameva Vedyaha Vedanta Krut Veda Videvachaham. Now, where is this God? Who is God? How is He? Friends, real spiritual practice is analyzing our experiences and learning from those experiences. That is the real spiritual practice. What is our spiritual experience? When we get up, there is a sunrise. Therefore, we do pranam. Om Bhurbu Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat. To whom we are offering this prayer? To God. And who is that God? He comes in our life as Sun. Not a wrong spelling. The wrong spelling fellow comes as a badla lene ke liye. So, yad aditya gatam tejaha. The teja means two aspects, light as well as energy. See? So, whatever the light and energy that is experienced by us in the sun, it is that of me. Bhagavan is telling, yad aditya gatam tejaha. Jagat bhasayate khilam. So the whole world is illuminated and provided with energy by this sunlight and energy. Okay, so you are available only during daytime? No, at night also. What is the night? Yat Chandramasi. At night also I am there. There is no holiday for me. But suppose it is a Amavasya. See? Then, do you smoke? Yes. Those who smoke, what is their mantra? Do you know? They will be offering cigarette. This I saw once in train. One person, he took out his cigarette and he didn't have matchbox. So the other person, he said, oh, you want matchbox? I got matchbox. So he gave. Then he also did like this. Oh, I have no cigarette. In exchange. See? And then this mantra was said. Dhumrapanam, Shatagodanam. When you offer a cigarette to somebody, it is equivalent to donating 100 cows. Dhumrapanam, Shatagodanam. Ek kash. Kash means the puff. Ek kash, Ganga Snanam. So, the light and heat of the sun, that of the moon, and that of the fire is because of me. So, unless I am present, none of this can function. Tat tejo vidyamamakam. See? So, what will happen? When we get up in the morning, we see at the sun, we are reminded of God. Oh. Then at night, in the evening, when we see the moon, we are reminded of God. When we are in the kitchen or anywhere fire, we are reminded of God. So these are the different places, locations where we can be reminded of God. See? Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi writes, see, the 5 great elements, the space, air, fire, water and earth. These are the 5 places where God is manifested. And then 5 of them, and then the 3. The sun, the moon, and every living being. These are the loci where God is abundantly present. See? So when we start this practice, slowly, we will have a different approach to life. Like in Ishavasya, it is said that Ishavasamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. When you look upon the world as God, then your interaction with the world will change. See? Therefore, Yadadityagadam tejaha jagat bhasayate yachadramasi yachagnav tat tejo vidyamamakam. Oh, I understood what? God is far away. In the sun, I can't go. Moon also, I can't go. Cigarette, there I can. Start seeing their God first. Then he is brought little closer to us. Gam avishya cha bhutani. Gam is in the earth. Avishya, I enter the earth. And ojasa, by my potentiality, I support Pushnami Chaushadhi Sarvaha. I support all the crops. How? Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. See? Earth is inert. And at inert earth, when we sow the seeds, how come from the inert earth the living plant comes? Because of the seed. See? These are very simple things. The other day somebody asked me in USA, why you people add the middle name as a father's name? I said, give example. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, M.K. Gandhi. Why you add? I said, okay. You have 2 seeds. One is that of mango and other is that of apple. And you sow them. And the plants come out. From where? From the earth. Will you call, oh, this is the earth plant. This is another earth plant. Plant is that of the seed. Then what? I said, we know the Father. Therefore we add. When you have a doubt, you can't add. Swamiji, you are very strong. I said, I am telling the truth. When you see the animals, have you ever seen or heard bull and calf? Only cow and calf. Because it is known that the calf has come out of the cow. But which was the bull was not known. Therefore, human beings mention their father's name. That is the reason. So, ojas is what? That potentiality because of which, although the earth is inert, but that inertness also, that potentiality because of which the seed can grow into a plant. That I am. See? So, see how he is coming closer? Sun, moon, fire, earth, then the food which is grown on the earth, then continuing further. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah. Then I am as a digesting fire in all the beings. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah. And then Pranapana Samayuktaha. Then by maintaining the perfect balance between intake and output. Samayuktaha. Pachami Annam Chaturvidham. I digest the 4 types of foods. Bhagavan Krishna knew there are 4 types of food. Yes. Which are those? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and vegan. See? In Yoga Shastra or Ayurveda, there are 4 types of food. Those which are chewing foods, not chewing gum. Chewing gum is what? Those who are frustrated, they go and gum उठाने के लिए चूहे जा रहे. Chewing gum. So the chewable, then the one which are swallowed, drunk, like liquids. Then the third one are the leya. Leya means which are leaked. See? And fourth, whatever is remaining, mixture of that. 4 types of food I digest as the Vaishvanaro Bhutva, as the digesting power. Now see, if you are aware of this, that Bhagavan is sitting in our stomach with a kadai, and the fire is there, and then he has got a big karchi, and you keep on eating and he is digesting, and then there is a gap, stops. Thank God, stop this fellow. And again, the huge quantity of ice cream comes. Oh God, then he screams. If you become aware that whatever food we eat, we are giving unwanted pressure to the divine. Now see, all of these things, what they are bringing our attention to, we are coming back to ourselves. The sun who is far away, the moon who is far away, the one who is supporting the objective world, and the one who is supporting the subjective experience. They are not two. See? The space which is supporting all the great galaxies, Samsung Galaxy phones. See? So, the space which is supporting all the galaxies and the space which is supporting our room is the same. They are not different. In short, the objective world and the subjective world, both of them are supported by one reality, and that is our essential nature. See, friends, this is the purpose. So, pranapana samayuktaha pachamennam chaturvidham. So, Bhagwan is in the stomach. Now, here, 15th mantra gives us now the depth. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. Once, in a lighter mood, I was talking on this verse and Bhagwan says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. In everybody's heart, I am living as cup of tea. Chaha means tea. So when I said like this, one Gambhirananda, after a lecture, Swamiji, how do you say? During the time of Bhagwan Krishna, there was no tea. I said, were you there? He said, no. I was there. You can't challenge whether I was there or I was there. And then I asked him, do you know how many wives Bhagwan Krishna had? So many of them, 16,108. 8 were from this area. 16,100 were from Assam. Now imagine, Prag Jyotishpur is in Assam, today's Guwahati. So a person whose so many wives are from Assam, can he stop from taking tea? Not only that, even he was given bath in tea. And that is why he became black. Sarvasya chaham. Sarvasya cha aham hridi sannivishtaha. I am the very heart of everyone. See? When the heart is removed, you cannot survive. See? Sarvasya cha aham hridi sannivishtaha. And what you do there? Mattaha. It is because of me. 4 kinds of experiences are possible. Mattaha, smriti, jnanam, apohanam, and cha. 4 of them. Smriti refers to the dream experiences. I support all the dreams, good or bad. Jnanam is waking experience. I support all the waking experiences. Then, apohanam, absence of the earlier 2, that is the deep sleep. I support the experience of deep sleep. And chakarat, samadhi. I support the experience of samadhi. I am only supporting waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Now discover this I, the divine that you are right now. Not posthumous, not after the lecture is over. Now and here. Just contemplate on the statement which I am going to make. I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. We all say this statement, is it not? I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who makes this statement? Work on it. हो गई बोलती बंद. See, my friends, this statement cannot be made by the waker, because waker was not there in the deep sleep. This statement cannot be made by the dreamer. Dreamer was not there in the deep sleep. This statement cannot be made by the deep sleeper, because he was not sleeping. If he was sleeping, how will he say, I had a good sleep? Think. Then who could be this? He is that who was supporting the waking experiences without becoming a waker. He was supporting the dream experiences without becoming a dreamer. He was supporting the deep sleep experiences without going to sleep. Think. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha mattaha smrutir jnanam apohanancha. And therefore, sarvaihi vedaihi aham eva vedya. Therefore, the purpose of all the Vedas, all the Upanishads, all the Smriti, Shruti Granthas is only one. Aham eva vedya. What is Vedya means what is worthy of knowing. What is worthy of knowing is who is this Aham. See? We are a poultry farm inside. When I say I am old, so this I is referring to the body. When I say I am a man, so I is referring to the gender. When I say I am Aussie, then I is referring to the citizenship. Who are you, man? Are you one or is a commotion inside? Who are you? See, this should be contemplated. Don't talk to others. One Vedanti, without digesting the understanding and knowledge, he was going through the immigration. And there they asked, what is your name? I am beyond name and form. What's your date of birth? Ajopi san navyatma bhutanam ishwaropi san. Unborn I am. Where do you stay? Where I am not. Police is called. Le jao pagal karne. Friends, this knowledge is not for talking. It has to be our experience. And therefore, whenever you are disturbed, that time think of this. Who is disturbed? Rather than I am disturbed, find out who is disturbed. Then you will come to know either the son is disturbed because of the Hitler father, or the father is disturbed because of the Rakshasa son, or the husband is disturbed because of the no words. Wi-Fi. Friends. And the day this clicks to you that the one who is disturbed, he never existed. See, when the father died, what happened to me, the son? Nothing. Because without father, I cannot be a son. When the son died, what happened to me, the father? I cannot be a father without the son. But I continue to exist. When the wife died, you should have told it first. When the wife died, what happened to me, the husband? Nothing. Because the rule is conditioned expressions, they appear but do not exist. And to get established in this knowledge, just again analyze your own experiences. In deep sleep, where are we, when are we, and what are we? So what is the reply? Where are we? Nowhere. When are we? Never. What are we? Nobody. So, all the specialities that we carry in the waking, that is the burden on our head. And when you carry any burden, what is our first step? To unburden. See, like these ammas, they carry their, they call it as a purse, but actually it is a hold on. Including the shoes are there. I have seen in one amma's shoes. So the first thing they will do wherever they go, first of all, take it out and do prana pratishtha. Because the burden that they are carrying, see, exactly the same way, we are carrying the burden of something extraordinary. Remain ordinary. Ordinary is man, extraordinary is son, husband, father. And who is miserable? These extraordinary. So if you really want to know, Vedaihi sarvaihi ahameva vedyaha. So try to reflect on this mantra, that when we talk about ourselves, you will come to know, we always talk about ourselves as somebody. And somebody alone will have thoughts. Another experiment. We have done it again. When you become husband or wife and think, enough. Now become parents or children and think. And now remain as nobody and think. So what we have to learn, every thought erupts from the seed of somebody. Now find out that somebody, is he real? See? The more you reflect in these lines, effortlessly you will be relaxed. See? We are all the time tense. And tense as somebody. We only know relational existence. Non-relational being is the truth. Okay? Then how to conduct? Take sannyas? Don't take. Don't take my market. Then wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. After the job is done, forget about it. See? So when you are in front of your father, be obedient, say yes to anything he says, yes, yes, yes. And afterward, do whatever you have to do. Never argue with elders. See? When you argue with elders, that thought becomes deep in their mind and they remember it. Immediately you say yes, they forget yes about what? This is the benefit of the old age. See? Therefore, play your role, whatever role you have to play. But don't get rolled up in that. One story I heard, very beautiful story. There was an actor, he was performing the role of Rana Pratap, one of the great Indian warrior. And he was performing in every drama the role. So many performances were done. 1, 200, 200, 500, 700, 1000. He became very popular. After every performance, he has to go to the green room and the boy there, he has to keep everything properly. So there is a box for Rana Pratap. So the moment the performance is over, he'll say, Rana Pratap, take out your shoes, take out this thing, and he will note it down, put it properly. Tomorrow he has to use the same thing. One day it so happened, As usual, that boy said, "Hey, hurry up, Rana Pratap, I have to go." But that day, Rana Pratap was not out of him. He became angry. You talk like this to Rana Pratap? And with his bhala in his hand, he walked out. Tak, 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 tak. And there was a public bus. He thought, bus has come for me. He got into the bus. Then conductor, ticket, money. Rana Pratap को पैसा मांगते and the driver saw what is happening through there. So he winked at, don't worry. And bus started. At night, 1:30, 2 o'clock, in deep forest, somewhere, suddenly the bus stopped. Again, Rana Pratap watched. What happened? Chittorgarh. The moment he said Chittorgarh, that Rana Pratap got down. Bus went away. And whole night he was moving Chittorgarh. That Rana Pratap is you and me. We all have to play the role, but don't get carried away by that. See? Like most of the parents, I feel so pity for those children. The parents spoil the children. They give a wrong message. See? The other day, I don't remember where, here only, I went to somebody's house and nicely sitting, and they started, Swamiji, my son is very naughty. Now, naughty means what? He is not a baby. He was about 12, 13, 14 years. He is very naughty, but he is very intelligent. He is very studious, but he is very naughty, Swamiji. So what do you want to tell? See, don't do that. Because they develop a different image about themselves. And when they go in the market, they get another image. And there is a parallax between two images. And then there is a frustration in life. See? My mommy used to tell me, I am most beautiful, but then why I am not getting any boy? Nobody looks at me. I am so beautiful, I am so beautiful. You are beautiful for your mommy. गधे को गधे का बच्चा सुंदर लगता है. Friends, why this happens? Because we get too much involved. Don't get too much involved. And such parents, they become problem for the children. See? Keep distance and remain close, rather than remaining close and keeping distance. Therefore, who is this aham? This aham is the real one or the virtual one. The real spiritual practice is a journey from the virtual to the actual. Spiritual practice is a journey from the husband to the man. The what journey it is? Is it in time? Is it in space? Is the husband ever able to become man? He can never become man because he is already a man. The man can become husband by mistake. But then he has to correct his mistake. When you correct the mistake, you gain nothing. See, friends. Therefore, Vedaisha Sarvai Ahameva Vidya. The real spiritual practice is nothing but to know yourself. See, many people get lost in the so-called social work. NGO, non-godly organizations. And what they do? Collect funds, collect funds. And out of those funds which are collected, hardly 4, 5 or maximum 8, 9% of the funds go to the people for whom the funds were collected. Remaining goes only in constructing the facilities, getting the accommodation, having the vehicles. There only the money goes. And those people on whose name money was collected, it never reaches there. See, friends, Let us not cheat ourselves. Walking spiritual path means we have to know ourselves. And if we know ourselves, the net result will be, who is this I? He is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. He is the infinite bliss. We get not bliss, blisters. And then we suffer. See? Causeless happiness is our essential self. One day, one person came, Gupta ji, how come you are so happy today? If he is miserable, no question, because natural. But if he is happy, surprise, come on, you are happy, what is wrong with you? Therefore, Vedaisha Sarvai Ahameva Vedyaha. So the one who is supporting the waking without becoming a waker, who is supporting the dream without becoming a dreamer, who is supporting the deep sleep without going to sleep, who is supporting the samadhi without the beginning and end of the samadhi. That is me. See? So important. Objective world and the subjective world, both are supported by a common substratum. It is not outer is something different. No. It's the same reality. Now just right now find out. All objective world, we'll take one example. All the colors and forms, where do they exist? They exist in our vision. For a blind person, there are no colors, no forms. See? For a deaf person, there are no words. There is no sound. See? So where are all the objects? All the objects are residing, existing in the respective sense organs. And where are all the sense organs? All the sense organs are in the mind. If there is no mind behind the sense organs, they are non-functional. And what is the mind? Mind is an expression of the life, principle of life, Chetana. And what is Chetana? Chetana is manifestation of the consciousness. And what is consciousness? It is not the only conscious, but it is conscious existence. Because consciousness and existence, they are not two. Therefore, everything, whether objective world or the subjective experience on one reality, these two things are superimposed. One becomes the knower, other becomes the known. It is for this reason, in our religion, when we touch Shiva Linga, we are touching God. When we are giving water to the Tulasi, we are doing the puja of God. See, friends, it is not being dumb. It is the height of wisdom. But those who are too baby type of approaches, they don't only destroy others. No. Friends, now to understand this, again, analyze your own dream. In our dream, there are 5 elements, there are people, there are rivers, there are mountains, there are trees, there are animals, there are good people, there are bad people, there is a movement, there is a stagnation, there is a volcano, everything is there. And also the experiencer. All of them are our own mind. So when our individual mind can create the whole world without becoming anybody or anything, can't the God create the whole world without creating or becoming anybody or anything? Hey friends, sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha mattaha smriti jnanamapohanancha. And therefore, whenever we refer to aham, I, we bring our this finger. This is called as tarjani. Tarjani means threatening. This small I only threatens. If you don't do properly, I am going to cut your hands. Try to use other finger. If you don't listen to me, go. It doesn't come. See? And then, where this I is indicated, I am telling you. We don't say, I am telling you. Dard hai kya? Because the life starts expressing as I from, this is our spiritual heart. See, friends, when you are able to effortlessly remain without struggle, no thought, no disturbance, no reference, everything goes back. Mayi eva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishthitam, mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmeham. You must have seen sometime in your TV screen, sometime for whatever reason, suddenly the power fails. Then what happens? The whole picture goes into one dot. Exactly the same way. Everything begins from I. If I am identified with the body, then the waking comes. Identified with the modifications of the mind, dream comes. Identified with their absence, deep sleep comes. Samadhi comes. I don't come and go anywhere. Therefore, they are in me, but I am not in them. So look at the world from the absolute standpoint, then your perception will be different. See? What will be the experience of the water with reference to the ocean, the ponds, the rivers, the icebergs, the clouds? From water's point of view, if you go and suppose you talk to water, water bhaiya, yes. As ocean, you are a terrible man, I am very afraid. And as waves, I like, it's a great fun to play. What water will say? Excuse me, gentlemen, what is ocean and what is wave? Can our eyes see our own eyes? See, my friends. Therefore, who is this I? Vedesha sarvi ahameva vedyaha. When this I has to be inquired into. And the rule is, the unknown is indicated with reference to the known. Do you know Gupta ji? No, I don't know, yaar. Who is he? He is the son-in-law of Mr. Kapoor. Kapoor, I know, a great cheat fellow from Delhi. He is his son-in-law. Very good. I'll be careful. Because earlier I didn't know who is Gupta ji, but now reference is Kapoor. And after I got cheated sufficiently, next time I say Gupta ji, do I require the reference of Kapoor? No. Because I know now. Exactly. Be very attentive. What we know this world. Now with reference to this world, when you come to know yourself, Mayeva sakalam jatam, Mai sarvam pratishthitam. If I is there, then my wife is there. If I is there, then my children are there. If I is there, then the world is there. So they are in me. So if my father dies, nothing happens to me. Wife dies, nothing happens to me. But if I die, none of them exist. Therefore, this I is supporting everything. This you have to recognize. So, from the unknown, we begin and know the truth. So, what is unknown? We don't know what this world is. Then find out what is this world. And when this world you start finding out, Urdu Murmadashakam, you come back to yourself. Yastam Veda Savedavid. The more you recognize this way, then we are really working on the spiritual path. Vedaisya sarvai aham eva vedyaha. Now who is this aham? Vedanta krut. Vedavichya aham. Both the giver of the knowledge and the receiver of the knowledge is the same reality. In Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, this thought comes in a very poetic way. There it is said, God just wanted to play fun. So he took the role of a guru so that he can teach. But other than him, there is nobody. Then he again took the role of a disciple so that he can learn. And he is playing the role of both guru and the shishya. You must have seen the kids, they go on playing with themselves. Once I was going by a car somewhere, the husband and wife, they were sitting in front and the child was sitting behind. And he was, because of some traffic jam, we stopped. I saw the child and watching the child. He was himself playing cricket. So he was the bowler and he was catching and he was hitting, all that. And parents were busy in fighting with each other. LBW. So like that, Bhagwan also, he thought, let me have time pass. And whenever you do anything for a time pass, you are not influenced by victory or defeat. Because there is no I. So, Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedyaha Vedanta krut. The teacher as well as the knower, both of them are the same truth. Therefore, be attentive. Therefore, knowledge without the division of knower and the known is the truth. Experience without the division of experiencer and experienced is the truth. Action where there is no doer and no done is the truth. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedya. And therefore, on the spiritual path, there is neither a success nor a failure. But we have that funny thing, Swamiji, how far spirituality is coming up in me? Gutne tak. Why? Because your brain is in the patela. See, friends, these experiences cannot be spoken of. We have seen, yato vacho nivartante, na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. This is what is mentioned. Na tat bhasayate surya na shashanko na pavakaha, yad gatva na nivartante, tad dhamma paramamama. We all know only through the means of knowledge. If there is nobody in the room, is in darkness, and there is a child there, for example. And you are, is there somebody? Yes. How do you know you are? There is no light. That to know myself, do I require light? See, friends, therefore, that experience wherein operation of any known means of knowledge is completely absent, that experience is our essential nature. This is the meaning. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedyam vedyaha vedanta krut veda videva chaham. After having said this thing, now this reality is indicated by Bhagavan himself in the next mantra. Dvavimau purushau loke क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरस् सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते. Now, if you take the grammar, Sanskrit grammar, then your understanding will be like this. Dvau imo purusho loke. In this world, there are two purushas. Which are those two? Kshara and Akshara. Now, what is the Kshara? Kshara sarvani bhutani. All that is subject to modification is the Kshara Purusha. And who is the other Purusha? Kutastaha Akshara Uchyate. The one who is not changing is the Akshara Purusha. This will be the translation based on your grammar. See? Purushaha, Purusho, Purushaha. Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha. So, it is indicating a dual case, but this is not the meaning. Therefore, many students, they think they have studied Sanskrit here and there and they can study scriptures. No. See? Suppose I tell somebody, a person who doesn't know anything, I tell him, hey, get that mouse from my table here, I have forgotten, get it. So he doesn't know what is the meaning of mouse. So he goes and gets a cage and puts a mouse in. Swamiji takes. Spelling is the same. See? He is not wrong. See? Because he has studied English. Because you know English, does it mean you will understand the complicated language of this computer? No. Because every science has its own vocabulary. Exactly the same way. Dvau imo purusho loke ksharaschakshara evacha. The one reality alone is expressing in two ways. Kshara, akshara. Kshara is constantly changing. Now look within yourself. Childhood, Kshara Purusha, gone. The one who was supporting the childhood continues to be same. Then teenage, Kshara Purusha, constantly changing. That teenage also goes, but we continue to be the same. Then middle age, that is also changing. That also goes. We are the same. Swamiji, stop there. Now old age. That is also changing. That will also go. But you are the same. मरने भी नहीं देते. Hey, my friends. So, I and the body, are they two? See. So, the changing part and the unchanging substratum. If we are able to properly dissect it and recognize, and for this I told you a simple technique. Don't talk about your past. See? So when I say, when I was a child, I used to climb on the tree. See? So I am still holding on to identification with the child body. But that body has gone. But I continue to carry the burden of the memories. And this is how all our past, imagine every waking experience is equal to one flower. See? There are two examples. One is a person who is 80 not out. So how many flowers? So many flowers. Per day one flower. So many flowers. Now, if you put a thread through that, huge garland, difficult to handle. The second example. Another child, maybe hardly 2-3 years. How many flowers? Hardly anything. So small garland. See? Longer the garland, stronger the ego. friends. And shorter the garland, no ego. So this ego, how he is created? He is created because of identification with the body. When I was a child, when I was a teenager, stop that. It has gone. See, friends, this can happen only if we are convinced that the real spiritual practice is remaining in utter present. And for that, what is this practice? Zero. We have to do nothing to remain in the present. To go in the past, you have to struggle to remember. To go in the future, you have to worry about the future. To remain in the present, you friends. Therefore, we alone are the one having these two parts. One is constantly changing and other is unchanged. Now, this Akshara Purusha, now be very attentive again, a deep topic. Akshara Purusha, this I, Kutastha iti uchyate. Kutastha means what? Kutavat tishtati. Kuta means anvil. You know, this blacksmith or a goldsmith, they have got a very strong base made out of steel. And on that, all the changes of the heated iron or the gold is making. But that substratum doesn't change. Kutastha. So similarly, Kutastha is I. So many things have come and gone. I am the same. Nothing has changed. I am the same. Now this I, which is this I? See? I is first person singular. Thou is second person singular. He is third person singular. Now the plural of he will be they. That will continue to be the third person. So third person plural. So third person singular will become third person plural. Thou second person singular, you will become second person plural. I first person singular plural, we is not first person but all persons. And therefore, this I does not have a plural because I is only one. But this one I, he became many because of the conditioning. Like man is one, but he became many, he became son, he became husband, he became father because of the conditioning. Therefore, this Kutastha is essentially divine. But because of association with a particular body, he has become a jiva. देखो महाराज, स्वामी जी जल्दी करो, खाना खाना है. So, Kshara Sarvani Bhutani Kutastha Kshara Uchyate. Now, after having said this, next step, Uttama Purushastvanyaha Paramatmetyudarutaha Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vibhartyavyaya Ishvaraha. Now, who is the Uttam Purusha? In English, the first person. In Sanskrit, first person is called as the Uttam Purusha. See? Now, Uttama Purusha tu anya. Now, see how important it is. Uttara and Uttama is called as Taratamya. So, Ut is the one who is identified with the body. Ut. Then Uttara is the one who considers himself to be a soul, a jiva. Uttama is the one who is expressing through the body as somebody, but he is not contaminated by the limitations of the body. Uttama. 3 stages. We are living as Ut, body identified, all the time the same wretched thing goes on. Then some of us then go Uttara. I don't know what is going to happen after I die to this world, because of me the world is moving around, That means you accept that you are going to die. Then die cheerfully. And then we come to Uttama. So, gross body, living as a gross body, Vaker is Kshara Purusha. Then, living as the Jiva, Kshara Purusha. Living as the divine is Akshara Purusha, and it is called as Uttama Purusha. So, Uttama Purusha tu Anyaha. So, Vaker suffers, dreamer suffers. Deep sleeper has no knowledge. See? But Uttama Purusha is ever the same. How? If the third person, second person, and first person is Uttama Purusha. Now see how it is. I, the first person, talk to you, the second person, about the third. That person is a cheat. So, the second person and third person, they are dependent on the first person. If I am not there, you don't exist. And if you are not there, to whom will I talk? And what will I talk? The whole world is a play of these 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. And second and third person, they are dependent on the first person. Therefore, the first person is Uttama Purusha tu Anya, and he is called as Paramatma iti Udarutaha. He is the Paramatma. So, Paramatma expressing through the body as Jiva, and Jiva holding on to the body as somebody. These are the 3 stages. One is constantly changing, the gross world. Second is going from life to life as a soul, second world. And the third one is Paramatma, neither born nor going anywhere, ever eternally the same. Is it not our experience? Neither are we born, nor do we grow, nor do we die, nor can we be absent. This is Paramatma. Now see what I told you right in the beginning. Any topic you take, you have to come back to yourself. So, Uttama Purusha tu Anya Paramatma iti Udaharutaha yo Lokatrayam Avishya Vibharti Avya Ishvara. So, he is supporting Trayam Lokam, that is the Jagra Sapna Sushupti. So, he is playing the role of a waker in the Jagrata Avastha, playing the role of a dreamer in the Sapna Avastha, playing the role of a Pragya in the deep sleep, and yet he is untouched by any one of them. The rule is Aupadhik Anekata, the multiplicity on account of some reference is an illusion, not real. Like the north, east, west, south. Are they real? See, we tell the children, see, when you sleep, your feet should not face the sun as the south, okay? So, okay, mama. And he sleeps. But in the sleep, like the clock of a wall clock keeps on moving around. Then where are his feet? Which direction they are? See, my friends, therefore, conditioned expressions are illusion. Mithya. Therefore, when you are talking to each other, husband, wife, try this thing. Hey, Mithya, pani le aa jara. Mithya tu bahut hi pani pita hai. There will be fun in life, Otherwise, honey, darling, useless thing. In Canada, it happened. There was one UP girl, and she knew that I can understand and talk Hindi. So she said to me, Swamiji, I don't know much of English and I talk only Hindi. And my husband, whenever he comes from work, he calls me, honey, how are you? And I don't understand, but he calls me, but I feel very sticky. Honey, honey, I'm not sticky. But he's again calling me honey. What should I call him? I said, I'll tell you, but don't tell my name. Yes. Then I said, when he calls you honey, you tell him, hi, chewing gum. Play the role that you have to play, but don't get entangled in anything in this world. Then you are Uttama Purusha. And thereafter, Yasmat, 18th mantra, Yasmat Ksharamati Toham Aksharaadapi Chottamaha Atosmi Loke Vedecha Pratita Purushottamaha. Yasmat, because Aham, I, is Kshara and Aksharadapi Uttamaha. Because I am much more than the waker and the jiva. I am much more than that. Therefore, I am called in the scriptures and the world as Purushottama. So, Uttama Purusha. So, these three words, waker is the relative Purusha. The dreamer, the jiva is conceptual Purusha. But I, the Uttama Purusha, is the real. See, electricity, bulb and light. Electricity is the Uttam Purusha, Paramatma. Bulb is the Jad Purusha. And the light is the soul. Now, is the light separate from bulb to bulb? Light is just a principle. It is not that, one bulb was in the temple, other bulb was in the toilet. This example I have given number of times. And there also questions come. I don't know why people are so questioned. So, the Swamiji, what is the reason that this bulb is in the temple and that bulb is in the toilet? What question it is? Maybe this bulb has done lot of merits, punya in the last life. Therefore, he is there. Oh. And the other one, he must be a terrorist. Therefore, toilet. And by the time this discussion is going on, the bulb in the temple becomes fuse. How much? What happened? God likes good people. But now what to do? Anyway, take out the bulb from the toilet and fix it there. Why? Some merit must have surfaced. There is no end to the bevakufi. Don't get lost in that. See? Focus your attention on Uttama Purusha. It doesn't matter whether somebody is here or there. Ultimately, everything squares to zero. You only remain. That is Uttam Purusha. Atosmi loke vedecha pradita purushottamaha. Now, when the bulb becomes fuse, will electricity become miserable? Are, bulb fuse ho gaya. No. See? Atosmi loke vedecha pradita purushottamaha. Now, 19th mantra. Yoma mevama sammudaha. Janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata yo asammudaha, the one who is not dumb. Yo asammudaha. Evam, in this way, mam purushottamam janati. So, what I take myself to be? Son, husband, father, or man? Man or life? Life or Chaitanya? We have the choice. What we take ourselves be? Therefore, it is said, Yo mam evam asam moodaha. See, when we did the spiritual practice, there also the same word. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vidivritta kama dvandvar vimukta sukha dukkha sanyahi gachanti amudhaha. Here also asam moodaha. Same thing. We have to get rid of wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about the spiritual practice, about God, and about God realization. These burdens we are carrying, and therefore we suffer. There is no simpler lifestyle than spiritual lifestyle. Because you don't have to gain anything, you don't have to lose anything. And therefore, on the spiritual path, there is never a failure, nor there is a victory. Then, what is life? Time pass? No. When I was sitting for meditation, some kind of light is to come. But Swamiji, after I started listening to you, now the light is not coming. I don't know what has happened. Bulb fuse ho gaya. Your bulb is fused. Change it. When it is said, Natat bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha, the truth cannot be comprehended by sense organs, organs of action or mind. And when you sit and I have seen light. So you are becoming a seer and the light has become the seen. You will continue in the samsara. These are so simple things, friends. Eyes can see something else other than the eyes. In the same manner, if you see something other than you, it is only the flicker of mind. Don't get carried away by that. So, yo mam evam asam moodaha janati purushottamam. Mam purushottamam yo janati. Be attentive. How can you know in this manner Purushottama, Paramatma? Only by being one with the truth. How can the wave know itself to be the water? Only by dissolving her individuality with name and form. When the wave surrenders to the ocean, the wave does not become ocean. The wave goes back to the water. Ocean can become the wave. Wave can never become the ocean. Paramatma can play the role of a jiva, but the jiva cannot become the Ishvara. He goes back to the source. Therefore, Janati Purushottamam, Sa Sarvavid Bhajati Mam Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Now, what are the symptoms if we are abiding in the truth? What is God realization like? Sa Sarvavid. He has known all that is worthy of knowing. As a result, you will not struggle to know this, to know that, to know this, to know that. Enough, relax. Okay. One day, one of the students asked me this question in South Africa. Swamiji, in Bhagavad Mahapuran, it is told that after the Bhagavad was heard, again that snake came and again the Parikshit was beaten and all that. But in Devi Mahapuran, it was told something different. What is right? I said, you are right. Don't worry about anything. Come back to yourself. Moral of the story. See? Don't get into unwanted discussion. Upanishad says, Nanu dhyayan bahun shabdan vacho viglapanam hitat. We get lost into so many things where we are not qualified and get confused. तो गंगा गए तो गंगादास, जमुना गए तो जमुनादास, घर में आए तो देवदास. Therefore, sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Now what will be the result? Bhajati mam. Bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja. बेसन की भजी, मिर्ची की भजी. Bhaja sevayam. Bhaja dhatu has got three meanings. One is seva, second is bhajan, and third is chintan, contemplation. So, sa sarvavid bhajati mam. In and through all his action, only the divinity expresses. In and through every word that he speaks, only the divinity expresses. In and through every thought, only the truth is alone the theme. Sa sarvavid bhajati mam, sarva bhavena bharata. He has no other theme. See? And when we serve somebody, the impact is different. When we help somebody, impact is different. When we help somebody, we feel, oh, poor fellow, unfortunate, never mind, I'll help you. Therefore, I don't like that compassion. See? Compassion is a very bad word. If we have to serve. And when you serve somebody, you have discovered something higher in him or her. See? You should have compassion. So, what is the compassion? Oh, poor fellow, he doesn't have anything to eat. Then I got the leftover sandwich. Okay, you take this. You are insulting the God in him. Never have compassion. If you have to, serve. Serve with love. See? And whenever we serve, you know what is the benefit of service? A servant is insult proof. Servant never gets insulted. Boss gets insulted. The day you get insulted, you feel insulted, you have taken a wrong position in your life. See? Therefore, sa sarva vid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Sarva bhavena. Whether action or speech or thought, he is only one theme that is maintained. And now concluding verse, this is the most beautiful verse I like. इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत. हे अनघ, Bhagavan Krishna addresses Arjuna by this name Anagha. Agha means sin. See? Anagha means, O sinless one. What is the sin that we carry on our head? Argument, questions, logic. So, He Anagha, iti guhyatamam shastram. Guhya, Shastra, how to conduct life in the society. Satyam vada, dharmam chara, matrudevo bhava, pitrudevo bhava, that is Guhya Shastra. Guhya Tara Shastra is Upasana Shastra. Go to the temple, do this and do that thing, and do this puja, this mantra, offer the this Naivedya to the Bhagavan. So when we have to offer Naivedya, do we say, take yesterday that sandwich was there in the fridge. See if it is there. Om Pranay Swami. Bhagavan will go. Upasana is Guhyatara Shastra. And Guhyatama Shastra is know yourself. Iti Guhyatama Shastra. So, what is said in this 15th chapter, we are introduced to ourselves. This is what you are. You are not condemned. You, the sinner, you'll go to hell. No. Those who sent you to hell, you tell them very clearly. Where are you going, by the way? Of course, I will go to heaven. If you go to heaven, I'll prepare hell. Because to be with you is worse than hell. See, friends. Therefore, iti guhyatamam shastram idam uktam maya anagha. It was here also, see, small little things. Uktam maya anagha. O sinless one, this guhyatama shastra, I told you, he didn't say that. Maya uktam, it was revealed through me. I am not there. Small little things, if you catch, your whole understanding will change. See? We normally use the active voice. Try to use the passive voice. Your whole attitude will change in life. Active voice is, I have done that. In that, doing that object is not important. I am there. I have done it. But when you say the passive voice, oh, the job was done. Who has done is not important. Job is important. Here also Bhagavan says, Hey Anaga, Maya idam uktam. It was revealed through me, but I did not do it. See? So, iti guhyatvam shastram idam uktam maya anaga etad buddhva. Now, this is another important word. Buddhva, you have to only experience. There are two words. One is jnatva, second is buddhva. Knowledge and experience. Knowledge is what you are hearing from me is the knowledge. What you are experiencing is the bodha. Etad buddhva. Buddhiman syat. Then alone you have utilized your faculty in the right way. Buddhiman syat. And if it is done, what will happen? Kruta krutyascha bharata. You will discover fulfillment in your life. Do we have the fulfillment in life? Fulfillment is what? If the death comes, you can shout at her, why are you late? I've been waiting for you. No, kal aa jana, aaj main busy. See, when you are fulfilled, there's nothing to gain. Therefore, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Because life is fulfilled. One imaginary example I give you. To make this point, I have 7 daughters. 6 of them found out the 6 dumps and went away. The 7th was dumb. So as a father, I am all the time worried. Oh God, how to say shadi kaise hoga? Only one theme. So I go to any marriage, there only I was searching whether I can hook somebody. And then once I went to some funeral, there also, oh, koi hai kya ladka? That fellow is dying and you are asking for him. See? And then somehow she gets married and goes to her house. That time what will be my experience? All burden gone. Exactly the same way. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat. You have attained fulfillment in life. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat. Therefore, friends, all the real spiritual practice is only know yourself. All other things are okay in their place. Don't take them too seriously. These are the things we are bound to do. This is how the life is. Etar buddhva buddhiman syat kruta krutyascha bharata. Bharata. Bha means knowledge. Bhaskar, Bhanu, Prabha, Abha, Bhaba station. Knowledge. Bharata. Rata means reveling. He who is reveling in knowledge, to him this Bhagavad Gita is told. He who is all the time, do this, do this. Enough, enough, withdraw. When the fruit becomes mature on the tree, it detaches without efforts. If our life is really fulfilled, then we are ready to merge in the infinite in His will. Jo thari raha hai, so mahari raha hai. O Lord, thy will be done, not mine, not mine, not mine. Give it a try. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.